different. Maybe you're not different. Maybe you're not different. Maybe you're not different.
get ready to rumble! Get ready to rumble!
Pump up the jam, yo, pump it up, yo, pump it.
Y'all ready for this? I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Give it up, go.
Welcome to the big show. Simply wake up.
Pump it up while your feet are stumping and the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, 'cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day. Pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump it up, up.
The 25 breaks a couple of tackles. And look at him go! And look at him go! He could go all the way.
Hey, you, get out of our way because today is the day we will put you away.
It's fun to stay in the YMCA. It's fun to stay in the YMCA. They have everything for your men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. Let's get ready to rumble. Get ready to rumble.
Pump up the jam, yo, pump it up, yo, pump it.
Aggressive, be aggressive.
Simply and fuego.
Oh, fucking FGF! Let's go! Let's fucking go! Fuck yeah! Let's go! What did I tell you FGO was gonna go to? Let's go! Sorry if I just blew some eardrums in chat.
Doing? I am here for the lunch, the lunch, the lunch, the lunch. Honey bunches of oats. Hopefully you guys had a good day yesterday and a good morning so far. Large caps really slower finally today. I figured that would slowly come at some point in time. Small cap plays gave you some more options today. It does seem like more so today than yesterday. Yesterday when I got back home, I kind of took a look across the board. Didn't seem like there was a lot of good movement in small caps. It didn't seem like your bull to play the bull. You're here to play the bull. Bull was big. Bull was big yesterday. Did talk about today was not the day, and I was right. Had a feeling bull was not going to be good today. Was not a good mover. But for small caps, we did get some movement. You know, we had a lot of kind of pumpy and dumpy type plays today, a few of them. Looks like we have another one on our hands on HX new IPO play. But we do have some movement, though. At least we had some small caps today give us some love, you know. So that was one good thing today. It looks like we had a little bit more love from small caps than lately. I'm going to go over here and take a look at ELPW. Okay, that's, yeah, really erratic. EOPW hit the high of day momentum scanner and breakout scanner. But we had Sky pop up, WTX pop up. SNYR was a good one that popped up, then dropped down. We had a few plays that popped up and then cracked back on down if you got those shorts. They were good. TMC was another good short earlier in the day out of the opening bell. Kind of cracked down, never really did anything else otherwise. Mura was a good long, then a good, really hasn't been a good short. The only short that we've had on MURA available, in my opinion, would be that trend line crack. Watch for that trend line to VWAP crack, you know, but again, this play is bullish above the VWAP, and so I'm not surprised it's staying that way at all. We have that trend, so to speak, over the past month where we've had a runner here and there that, you know, holds up through pre-market after the opening, you know, move and through the rest of the day. And it's always, it's kind of, like we said, MLGO was one. I mean, of course, we get the CRV. We had a lot of runners from March, then, of course, this month. And we have, it's usually typically, it opens and pops up in pre-market, and then it runs that day, and then we'll see it 2 or 3, 4 more times. We even like today going back to plays like, you know, Verve, which isn't a great example of that. What was that? My neck's like broken. I can't look back that way. I'm like, what is that? Verve here, you know, now watch this be a multi-day runner, you know, so we've had this theme for March now into April where we're looking at plays over and over and over and over and over and over. HX halted up at 7 after on the dot. So watch for this to come live at 12 after on the dot. So wherever you're at in this fine, beautiful world, 12 after, look for the unhalt time at 12 after for HX. What's up, Hoops, Lone Wolf, Matt? How you doing, Cousin Greg? It's funny, Hoops watched with Christopher Mintz-Plonzo, McLovin yesterday. I always watch Marmaduke. So on the, well, not always, but when Groot goes to Memphis, on the way there we watch almost all of Marmaduke, and he plays one of the he's one of the voice characters. Anyway, always watch it. You know, start off with getting right toward the very end. The climatic lasts about 20 minutes or so of the movie, 20, 30 minutes, and that's usually, I'll put it on like right when I can time it to where when I'm getting to Memphis and kind of need to use the maps again. Anywho, and then we always finish it on a good note on the way home. But that's funny. It's funny you put that in there. Like, I just listened to that guy yesterday in a different movie. Oh, Marmaduke. That's the old Groot movie. It's BMW. You can watch movies when you drive, which is really cool. Got the vehicle in motion. And that's what I love about BMWs. They still have the DVD player, you know, the CD, DVD player in their vehicles where you can actually still listen to a physical CD or put a DVD in, which then, if you unlock it, which is very easy to do, bam! You can watch DVDs in motion, which is dope. And the screen's so clear. It's so awesome. Love watching movies. Time just flies by, too, when you watch movies when you drive. Love that. I got that in my Dodge truck forever ago with the old flip-out screen, you know. And, like, when we took those road trips in that thing or to Florida, halting down, told you HX coming up for another good short opportunity like Sky and whatever earlier. The time flies when you can just pop a movie in. You don't really watch it. You kind of watch it. You kind of look down here and there. But you're just listening and just, oh, man, you're just trucking. Just trucking. Trucking. All right, so Mura would be the one to keep your watch. I'm going to go Mura. I'd go OST's another one to keep on high watch. Large cap plays just really were slower today. Finally, got that lower ranging day. Not surprised it was gonna get back to that where our plays aren't moving. You know, Apple even yesterday, 212, 213. Low of day. That is a $10+ day on Apple yesterday. Today, a lot more like Apple. Low of day, 200. High of day, 203.50. Much, much different today. Much more like the days we had in previous months, going back to like early March, February, January. Trying to skip months there. Yeah, very, very low ranging day. Meta is a prime example of that too. And I know I can go to Meta. It's 238. That's, it's only $12 for Meta. Tesla's the other kind of barometer of how much range do we have in a day. And when Tesla's low, look at my lines working out. Meta. So when I go to Meta and Tesla and they're $10, $11 days, then I know we're going to be smaller across the board. OST over 210. Where are we going? 210, 215. Where's our mark? Where's she going? Let's find it there. Upper shadow, kind of in support before that. Not great, but 240. You can see all the way back to there. 240, 240, 235, 240. It's going to see some resistance. 235, 240 over high of day for OST. Oklahoma State. Not even close. That's OSU, but whatever. Any stocks you want to go over? Any trades you want to go over? What's funny, that's a nice... I just not realized what that was, Lone Wolf. Someone making them a little water bong there, huh? Out of her old water bottle. Oh, I remember those days. God, milking it up, as they'd call it. Milking it up. Huh, Groot? It says just milking it up. Good boy, go. Give him a little water. I meant to do that before I went live. Give him a little water. I know from yesterday you probably still a little hot. Here, you're dehydrated. Hold on, let me move that towel up. Good boy. Some more. Good boy. My strong man. Man, he's a beast. My son. Man, that's just... Anyway, yesterday was awesome, though, team. Yesterday was awesome. You got the growth removed. I know no one really probably knows about, unless you had the morning alerts. But, I mean, maybe. But anyway, but yesterday, or Friday night, Friday after, it was Friday, I don't know, 6 o'clock, 6:30, I'm giving him water. I'm pretty sure it was given anyway, and I'm out of nowhere, and it really probably truly did. It was probably something small at first and may have got nicked and then grow it, but it happened quick. But he had this growth in it, melanoma, which if you look it up, you're like, what, melanoma? I thought melanoma, that's like skin stuff. And it is skin cancer. For us. For them, if they actually get it on their skin, they don't get cancer. It's actually benign. It's like, really? The only where it's cancerous and bad is actually in their mouth, and it grows like a weird, some kind of fucking hemorrhoid on there. It's weird. It's ugly. It's like a jelly bean gusher looking. It's ugly looking. Came out of nowhere Friday night, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Sent it to the people that I know. Doctors got back. Said that needs to be removed. It's most likely melanoma. So yesterday, and it needs to be removed ASAP, obviously. So they said, get over here. We can remove it Monday at 10:30, 11. I'm like, great. So that's why I had to go to Memphis, back to the place that removed his limb. So I wanted to see Dr. McGee. I love this guy. This guy is just the dopest dope you've ever smoked. That dude is so badass of a doctor. Had to remove the tooth, though, because it was attached to the tooth. And luckily, then he opened. I got there quick enough because that started to spread over to the other side. And there was someone, he had to go the other side. Got everything removed, did x-rays. My beast is still ticking. And we were like, and I'm like, hold on. So I just wanted to verify. And he's like, 7 months, ever had a dog go through osteosarcoma spine. He knew where I was going. He was like, no, and no. He was like, never had a dog ever in their whole entire life. He's like, your dog is the only dog I've known ever. He's like, he is very special. Like, that's nuts. 2 different cancers. Spontaneous pneumothorax. Still here. Still rocking. Like, that dude is a beast. An absolute, legend. And that's what I was saying, too. And he was like, yeah, that's awesome. But he's given them so much help, all these doctors and all the stuff he's gone through, and now they're all going to have all the different material on him, the paperwork. Like, he's a study. Like, he is a awesome study case for all these doctors in case they ever have to go through this shit again. I'm like, he's just giving them like one thing after another. I'm like, it's awesome. Like, he's definitely my inspiration over there, my strong son. But yeah. Anyway, so then, but came out of surgery just fine. Like, he's doing great. Brought him back in, and it's awesome. We got like fit us in. We got to sit in a room the whole time by ourselves. Me and mom. My mom went with me yesterday. He's like, that's like her kid. My mom's like, I'm going with you. I'll sit in the back with him. Avery hates doing this stuff. After a beer's passed, Avery can't. Avery still doesn't want to get domino spayed because she's so freaked out. She can't do surgeries and all that stuff anymore. So my mom went yesterday. Anyway, my mom loves him back there, just laying with him in the back of the BMW. It's so fucking funny. My mom is obsessed with that kid. But yeah, it's funny. I was like, and I wanted her to go to see Doc. And as soon as she's like, oh my God, he is so smart. I'm like, no wonder you wanted to come here. I can just tell he just knows exactly. She's like, she's been to the Chanel place. She's like, I can see way difference between the place you go to in West Little Rock, which is a nice place. It's in the nice area of Little Rock. It's like where you think would be a really nice vet, which is nice. But you go to him and you're like, wow, this dude's like, he's badass. But removed it all. But we got in a room just chilling there. Fit us in. He did it over lunch. They bring Groot right back into me out of surgery. Like, he's like waking up still, and like he's like, you can tell he's all like fucking. Well, like, we're getting like this guy's getting, because of well, not me. It's not us. It's him. And because of him, we're getting treated like royalty. Like, that's ridiculous. Most vets, that ain't happening. But fits us in over lunch. We get a room to ourselves just to sit there. We don't sit out in the waiting room with everyone else like in the front of the vet. We got to just sit back in our own room, and then they bring them back to us. And I love that place. But anywho, got him his cheeseburger afterward. Oh, and then the funny story. All right, so then the funny story about all this, which I will probably repeat a couple times this week. So on the way there, of course, I'm in the BMW. You're going 95. You don't even realize it sometimes because you're trying to go fast. So if you're not setting the speed, if you don't set the speed cruise control, which you can do like literally at 100 on the BMW. Anyway, so I'm flying, going like 9 every time, and there's like never ever any cops out from Little Rock to Memphis. Yesterday on the way there and back, it was nasty. They were all over the place. On the way there, I passed a couple different state troopers or whatever dudes pulled over on the side of the road. The first one that I remember going like, oh fuck, mom, I'm gonna probably get a ticket. This guy gets off the interstate and he's flying. Well, he comes up and passes me, and I'm like, oh, whoo, he pulls over someone like 2 cars in front of me, and I'm like, whoo, yeah. Keep going. I passed another guy, didn't quit, and I'm like, I'm probably maybe getting it up and didn't get it. I'm like, oh my God, whoo. All right. So now we're on our way home. Happened again where I pass a guy, and I'm like, I may be getting a ticket. Okay, he's not coming out. And then finally he does, and I'm like, fuck, third time. Okay, it's my fault. I got away from 2. Just Josh, you're on your way home. Groot's fine because he was on med. He's fine. He wasn't stressed out. He's like in the back, passed out. Like, just set the. If you get a ticket, you get a ticket. I know you can get out of it. I know. Blah blah blah. Just set the speed control or whatever. Cruise on the way home. Here comes OST. Dude comes up. License and registration. And I'm like, yeah, sorry. So I was like, yeah, actually earlier you passed me on the other side of the interstate speeding as well, but I didn't stop you. And I was like, oh man. I was like, so you're one of the ones I remember seeing one of you earlier, and I thought I was gonna get one, and I didn't. And he was like, any reason why we're speeding today? I'm like, well, and then finally he sees Groot. My mom's back there with him, and he looks back there, and I'm like, and then kind of explain the Groot story. And so I'm like, yeah, so he's been through the ringer. Now here we are heading back home. After what he just got removed. And he's like, man, what exactly he said, but man, whatever he said, he's like, you guys have a great day, and you just be safe heading home. He didn't even get into the logistics of, I'm going to let you go. He just was like, right to the point of, man, you have a great day. Y'all, I forgot exactly what he said, but he said, you just be safe, and y'all head on home. And I was like, he was about to, because he's over on, of course, he comes over on the passenger side. And so it's, the seat's right there, and you can tell he's kind of handing back through to give me everything, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Just like that. There was no, it was just, hey, I passed you earlier. I didn't pull you over, but I had to pull you over this time around for sure. And then yeah, it was like I told him that I just went straight into the Groot story and why, and there was no ifs, ands, or buts from him. I was just smiling, and well, first I laughed about that, like, oh, that's so funny. I'm so sorry, and here's why. And hey, that's why I just sometimes just be honest and laugh with the guy. But heard the Groot story, and he let me go. And then when he was handing me the stuff, I I grabbed it and put it down, but he immediately grabbed it. He wasn't expecting that, but then grabbed and shook his hand. I was like, dude, thank you so much. I appreciate that. He's like, y'all have a safe, whatever he did. But he wasn't expecting me to, shake his hand. I was like, I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. I didn't want to have to call to get out of this ticket, which I'd have had to call and get on probation in whatever county I was in. But old Groot then got me out of a ticket. It was awesome, though. It was funny that I passed the guy speeding on the way there, and then on the way back, the same guy was like, that. And I told him, I was like, I bet he probably thought I was running drugs, or he thought he was going to get something in Elvira. He was like, what is going on here? I just passed this guy not too long ago. I just didn't, he wanted to know. The guy literally, that's the reason why he wanted to pull me over to say, hey, I passed you earlier. He just couldn't wait to tell me that. And then B, he's like, what in the hell is this guy in such a hurry for today? 90 there, 90 on the way back. Luckily, he only caught me at like right around 8, like right under 90. And Mom was even like, man, I can't believe he didn't clock you over 90. I was like, yeah, thank God. Because she knew about the previous, obviously, ticket. And she knew how fast I was going. But dude was like, y'all just be safe. I was like, I told him, I was like, thank you so much. I am setting my cruise control for 8. I remember saying that when I shook his hand. I'm setting my cruise control for 85 or 84. Anyway, but that was pretty dope. My Groot, my Snoogles. Groot helped. Oh yeah, he did. He was big time. Thanks, Debmar, for sure. And Hoops, that's my dude. That's my dude. It's my son. That royal treatment. Yeah, they go for sure. They go. I mean, because I didn't realize it at first when I first got on the interstate and was heading that way. I mean, I knew I was going, but I looked down. At the heads-up display. I was like, damn, 95. I was like, all right, I got to make sure I'm on. I don't want to get pulled. And then, because that's when I know where they're going to be at. And so I'm always looking for them. Anyhow, but yeah, and so I remember telling my mom, like, how fast do you think we're going right now? But she was like, we're going how fast? We'll just set the cruise control at 100 and just go. He's still doing that, though. He's back to the same old Groot. But he's eating yesterday. Got his cheeseburgers. I got multiple cheeseburgers. Got some French fries. Had his lunch a little bit ago. Had his hot dogs and his Cheetos. You can tell Phil's a little better, too, having that removed. Obviously, I don't know if he was feeling it. When I touched it, it didn't do anything. He didn't anyway, but... Warrior. Super Beast. 2 different cancers, and that pneumothorax is nuts. And still rocking. And still going. And so, yeah, we're sending that stuff off, and I'll know more if it is melanoma, and if it is, then we're going to just like the osteosarcoma. There's a vaccine for it. It's the same kind of thing. It's really good. And that's what they were worried about at first, too, was making sure osteo wasn't coming back, and we're pretty sure we're eliminating that. And it's a good bad thing. It's a good with the bad, and that's how it's going to be for him moving forward. And I was like, I am so happy with this. I'm happy with this good bad situation. If it's not osteo, because that is that's like a wildfire in California. It's watch out. Versus a wildfire, which we've had. Remember, had those last month in Arkansas. Melanoma, wildfire, Arkansas. It's containable. It's a lot. It can last longer. It's not bad. You know what I mean? I say not the fire, but it's manageable. Osteosarcoma is like wildfire in Cali. It's just no chance. No chance. Pretty much. Everything in its path, right? That's kind of a good way for me to describe it to you guys between the two. And so it's like, if it's a wildfire, give me a wildfire in Arkansas. It sucks, but it's much more manageable versus California wildfire, Anywho, I know, Aussie, no offense. I know you're there, but that's just to describe it. And so you're like, okay, it makes sense. Or hear about this, a tornado in Cali versus a tornado in Arkansas. Give me a tornado in Cali any day of the week, because I don't think we've ever even had one. If you had one, it would be like a little bitty dust devil. It would be like, oh, look at that cute little thing. Where we have F4s, and one that we just had tracked through here was a 90-mile path. 90 miles long, third longest in Arkansas history. It went through to Missouri, continued with that. The overall path of this into Missouri was a totality path of 117 fucking miles. Imagine a path of 117 miles of a tornado. A tornado... That's you driving 60 miles an hour for 2 hours straight. Just go put that in perspective. You drive 60 miles an hour for 2 straight hours. That's the path of this tornado that we just had. That's wreckage, right? Give me a tornado in California. That's osteosarcoma. I do not want that. Like, give me melanoma. It's manageable. It sucks. It's a cancer. You know, it's not what we want, you know, but it's much better than the other one. Yeah, Aussie chicken, isn't that crazy? Is that not crazy when you think about it? When you're like 117 miles. Yeah, but I know that right away. But yeah, you're like, dang, 20, 30 miles is already long enough. You know, because you're already, like, that's 60 miles an hour, 20, 30. That's 2 hours of you driving and you see a path of, that's nuts. That's nuts. Absolutely nutso. What did I miss? Any good trades? Do you take Tommy G today for trades? Tommy G, yeah, Mura was my only trade. Mura was my only trade so far of the day in the long. I told everybody in pre-market, into the opening bell, in both lobbies, in the morning alerts, 285 gap fill, 285 gap fill, 285 gap fill. And she ran right up to it right here. Could have got a great bounce play too. Old resistance equals new support, right? I got the breakout here right before pre-market opening bell. Boom, you know, candlestick confirm above. I got in right there for the move up. I was out 2/3, and I told everybody that in chat. And then when it came back down, I was like, I almost thought about loading up, but that was kind of my stop loss area. Was right through where I got in, which it held and came right back on up. And then I got out, which wasn't a lot of shares, but it hit my 285. I actually got up before 285. I was just looking to get back up to 275, and I got out like at 271. And, of course, one of those situations where you're like, nah, damn it, I knew it. I just wanted to get back up to that. You know, after that pullback, I didn't know that. I was like, and sure shit enough, we hit 285. 290. It was 285, 290, whatever you want to call the gap fill. That's the only trade I took today, was this right there. After that, I was waiting for a good short on MURA, never found one. Then there were other tickers that were up and down and all around. But there wasn't anything to me that it was just beautiful today. Nothing that really set my... And then, of course, large caps, I wanted Meta under 527. We literally bounced off of it right on the dot. So, no, just one trade. And that's how it's been. It's one trade, 1-2 trades a day. Every once in a while, every 2-3 weeks, it seems like I'll get that 4-trade day. Where I have 4 trades, you know, or more than 2. Love Chip. Yes. MURA. Yeah, it pretty much went right above it. Appreciate it, boss. Yeah, OST was good, too. OST was a nice one. Hey, baby girl. Hey, baby girl. Oh, it's a big girl. Such a little girl. She's so little. Such a little cat. Both the cats we have are so little. So little girl. So little girl. Doc's like the same exact size as her. I know. Well, Lilu. It's a Lily. Huh. Love sitting on my lap when I'm going live. OST, if you want to go for a bounce play, Risky Biscuits is going to be, which we're already kind of not really hitting it, but 210 to 2. Old resistance needs to be new support. Your other better bounce, I say better, but safer bounce is going to be back down here right around the 180 to 170 mark. Somewhere through here. You know, you can see a trend line on it as well, so that's the thing. Would you want to buy right, you know, pretty much right at that trend line? Depends on where you want to mark it in at. You can mark it in like somewhere right there if you wanted to and go to the beginning part of the day, right? And get it in there. Gosh darn it. Get it in there nice and tight like that, right? So you start it here. We get it, you know, so somewhere in there is where your safer bounce is. The Risky Biscuits one's up top. Right now, the trend line in MURA is starting to crack a little bit. MURA is starting to crack its trend line a little bit. Yeah, yesterday was, picture perfect, team. Got Backyard Burger. Haven't had that in forever. I don't think they have any here in Central Arkansas anymore. Root got his little cheeseburger and some fries. Man, it was great. In and out. Wasn't there that long. Got back at a good time. Fed the dogs. Not much traffic. Beautiful sunny day. Groot got me out of a ticket. Got to watch Marmaduke. It's a short week. Thursday's my Friday. Friday going out to eat my catfish. Beautiful weather all week this week. You know, you're talking 70s. Beautiful sunny weather. No rain, no humidity. A lot of that rain because we had literally 10 plus, almost 12 inches of rain. And we may have had more in certain areas here in Arkansas that weekend before when we lost power. Not this weekend, obviously, but the weekend before last. Seemed like it knocked a lot of pollen off, so it's not nearly as pollen-y right now, which is nice. It's just beautiful. Easter this Sunday. There's your trend line crack. Boom. Boom. Nice trend line to VWAP crack right there. Now again, candlestick confirmation. Did you get a good one? Yeah, you could have gotten an okay one in right there, right here, right at the VWAP. So you could have got in at like 255, 253, you know, and then shot straight down if you would have had time to take some profit there. 1 minute time frame. So it does look like the mob is shifting over to OST. Hungry Root. Him in that window. It's so funny. Him on the couch. He got home yesterday. Of course, he was still med up from the surgery. He sleeps like a rock on the couch. In here, it's so funny with that window open. He loves it, but he can't get comfortable. What do you want, buddy? No. Let's turn around. Right here. Let's turn. Right, come here. There we go. Oh, no. There we go. There we go. Come here. Oh, my big boy. What are you doing up here, Lily? He just has to be with that. Will you stop it? How high is OSC going to go? Let's go. I don't think it's going to go too much higher. It's up from, what, 80, 90 cents or so. And it doesn't have usually the biggest of days. Let's say, from 2 to 440. It's not bad. It's about a $4, $2.50 day. You're fine. Will you chill? That's why I need to put you on the dang couch in the morning sometimes. You love the couch, big boy. You just want to be where I'm at. I would watch for a spike somewhere right over 3. This looks like a good attraction right here. Where a lot of traders are going to... It seems like a big demand area right around 330 up to around 370. 330, 370. 330, 370. Somewhere in there, OST. Tommy G. Let's see how that works out. Bounce play never really took place down here in the $2 range. We're getting this 220 kind of bull flag being built in. That also would then make it risky to go for a bounce right underneath it. Now your true bounce is going to be back at that trend line, somewhere into that VWAP as it moves up. We'll go back to a 3 minute, see that chart just a little bit more clean. It is a choppier chart. Good boy, Groot. Mura cracks, good short, I see it. Yeah, but no, like I said, these plays that hang out all day, boss, most, at least in the time frame we're at right now, Detmar, how many plays have you seen that usually, that run up and are bullish from 115 all the way to 320, and the number one top gainer get a good short at lunch or let you, they hang up this long, usually a lot of the time it's not the best of shorts. You got to take your profit, but no, I don't see this thing. A lot of the reason why is a lot of people move away. They're not trading anymore. So, so the volume dies off. So there's a lot less people selling. There's a lot less people trading, or shorting, obviously. So that's why I would just say be careful taking those shorts during lunch for like an all-day runner. It'd be one thing if, it was a short the top. It was U-shaping. It'd been down. And so you're trying to short it. It was like a different approach. These you have to be careful for because they end up biting you in the ass and you don't get as much out of it. Out. Still waiting on some movement from the SPY. We'll see if we get anything today. Right now we're trapped, in my opinion. This is like an old school. We'll see. Anymore, I don't trust it as much because of how much volatile movement we get from large caps and SPY. Oh, just as he gets comfy. He heard something out the window. He's like, oh, what's here? He was literally like assed out sideways sleeping. That damn window. He just loves it. It's all right. I'm going to let him live his life. I'm going to let him do him. But it's trapped. Old school days, I'd say this play ain't going nowhere. Upper and lower VWAP band slowly caving into one another. That's trapped. That is a trap play. So most likely, in my opinion, the original thought process would be watch for a bounce possibly at 39.60. You know, if that cracks, then you're going down to 39 or 38.75 roll for a bounce. But it's going to be trapped in between that level and this level. And now we've created a resistance between 41.60 and 42. But over that, then you got the upper VWAP band and high. Like I'm saying, it just feels very trapped at this point. Look at meta. All right, we can look at meta if you want to. What about it, boss? I wouldn't trade meta. I mean, if you want to trade it, I would not trade that chart. That's not when you trade, not me. I mean, not in these markets, I would not trade meta. No way, no how. Not the setup I'm looking for. It's just not a setup I like to see. Not a setup I like to see. It should have happened already. You know? It should have happened. Dang it. Margot. Margot. Lay down. Can't hardly turn my head to the right anyway. Yeah, just not right now. You know, it should have happened already. Would have been a better short earlier on in the day. And even off of that reversal, I wouldn't have taken it. I did not want it to happen then. I was like, please don't crack. And it didn't. I was like, okay, thank you. Then it came up. And I'm like, all right, cool. Now come back down. And it never did. It never came back down. So the fact that it's been hanging up in this area, then again, you're missing a short reversal from here. It's just not the setup I like. You know, it's kind of like this short. It's just not a setup on the short side that I would want to take. So I need to get you guys the book of AK. The book of the AK. HX gonna move. I doubt it. Maybe tomorrow. Does not look like it right now. It's got a ways to go being halted down at 421. Got a ways to go being halted down at 421. Just Sketchville. Super sketchy out. Like I said, some of the ugliest shit I've ever seen in small caps. It's by far probably, I say by far, but it's one of the ugliest time periods I can ever remember in small caps. It is ugly out. Just ugly. It just is what it is. You can't help that. So you have to wait for the setups to form, and there's not a lot of setups. I mean, I want to see. I should be able to find with my eyes and immediately coming into these plays and finding setups. I can laser lines in with my eyes, so to speak, and know where to trade, see what to trade, why to trade it, and what's to trade. It's not that way right now. That's why Mirror earlier, I was all about it and said, hey, and I was alerting it. I said, this is the 285. This is, I kept talking about that. I even talked about Verve early on in Dex Lobby too, because he wasn't bringing it up. And I said, this is on high watch for a pop. I was all over it. If you remember that too, Love Chip, again, back to earlier on this morning in callouts, no one was talking about Verve. I didn't think for the most part. Maybe it was a couple, but I said, I know wasn't mentioning it because he said top stocks to watch. And I said, VERV's on high watch. That's a squeeze and a half setup. That's a beautiful squeeze setup, right? Pop up, fails less. So when you see this and fail when we come up and we come up to the same resistance area and fail, but we barely fail and we come right back up to it. Hello. That's it, baby. It's what we're looking at. Same thing right here with MURA, right? That was squeeze mode. W shape, right side booty cheek higher too. We're just reading the chart. Trade the chart, read the chart. Trade it, read it, trade it, read it, trade it, read it. Read it, trade it, read it, trade it, read it, trade it. I'll leave that on there just in case. See what happens there. They must see at 245. Got scared though. Didn't want to mess up my day. Oh yeah, well hey, I feel you, man. That's a choppy chart. That is a choppy chart. You know, it's up, down, up, down, up, down. It is you better be right, because you're not right. You can be down in that play in a hurry. I don't like those plays. Bull, we'll keep that on watch for tomorrow too as well. I was hoping maybe J and VR would give us a little more love today, and that just the volume really wasn't there, and it was kind of erratic. That play didn't work out that great. And this just shows you why not. And I'll just go through this. Just shows you why you do not short this far above the trend line or this far above the VWAP. I'll start it from like right there. Well, see, and that kind of messes it up. There's not a real clear-cut trend line in there. That's perfect. It's pretty nice, but you can see what I'm talking about, though. Somewhere in there is a nice trend. When you have that trend line that far above the VWAP, don't short it. Don't short it. Good boy group. Relax, Bubba. Let's see. Build above 537. What do you mean 537? Why would you want 537, my man? Would you, or you mean like a pushback into the resistance there? You talking about that? Oh, 520. Oh, no, yeah. Nope, yeah, Detmar, just roll back about 5 minutes ago when Jay Webb asked about Meta. I don't know, maybe you didn't hear me, but no, do not trade Meta. It's not a set. There's no setup on Meta. HX, new low of day. Like there's nothing you can fix this chart. You cannot do any kind of plastic surgery and make her prettier. She is who she is. You just got to find beauty within it. I don't find any. Maybe someone else does. It's like that. There's nothing you can do about that chart, bro. That chart's already fart. It's already. You move to tomorrow on a play like Meta. Truly, you move to tomorrow. You don't even look at it. You just buy. It's ugly. Absolutely asinine. Get out of here. Yeah, cross it. Yeah, cross it off. Exactly. She cannot be fixed. She's a cheater for life. And she will not stop cheating. Listen, she cheated me out of $1,400. I'm just kidding. There you go. Now you're perfect. All right. Yeah, and that's all I have it up. Let's just see what we do down here at this low area. He is a mess. Oh man. Oh, you like most. That's what's so funny. Every dog, right? You know, dogs just they can lay in the. He is, and I'm sure a lot of it's because of me spoiling. I'm like, I'm not touching them. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm done. Groot, I'm not gonna do it for the rest of this lunch stream. You do your own thing, buddy. I know you'll eventually just give up and pass out somehow or another. So tomorrow, keep on watch the J and VR play for tomorrow. Keep J and VR on watch for tomorrow. You got to keep Bull on watch. Those plays could get more volume and could get a little more parabolic. So definitely tomorrow, Bull, J and VR, Bull. Those things. Both of those tickers have potential to really skyrocket. What I would love and be better is what we'd really want the most is for Meta to not crack 527 a day. So if you're asking me what I would want and we make it more picture perfect, bounce off 527 here again, slowly creep your way back up, and that ends up being low of day. We keep bouncing off 527, and hopefully tomorrow we can get that crack. I would not want it to happen today, and if it does happen today, I just don't see how it gets a good fluid move through here at lunch. Maybe it does. I would never take that setup, though. Lay down, Bubba. Lay down, group. You've got a whole bed. Lay down. Lay down, Bubba. You've got a whole bed over there. I have legs removed now, too. I can't get up. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, Detmar, there you go. There you go. Thank you, Hoops. Thank you, Hoops, man. Thank you, thank you. Continuation on J and VR. It'd be continuation on J and VR because it has an uptrend channel, my man. And there's just no volume today. Why, there's no volume today. Why would you be looking for it today? Where's, again, it'd be like, I can't find. I have to find like another dead play out there. But like, I guess HX. I'm like, why the hell would you go try to trade HX? Like, why? What are you trading that for? Like there's nothing going on that play right now. It's dead. So when it's dead, there's nothing. Why today? Well, that's why then you would look for tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow it gets more volume and it's moving and can squeeze more. Today is not it. It would happen again. Back to the meta short. You would have wanted to happen already. If you see JNVR and Bull where they're at right now, it ain't happening today. It ain't happening. Check back in tomorrow. Oh, please don't crack now. Meta. Come on, Meta. Don't crack. Keep coming back on up here. Don't crack now. Don't crack now. And if anyone asking why Meta and what we're talking about here is just on my morning alerts and what I was telling traders earlier what to look for. Just put the crosshairs in right around 527, the bounce and the low, not only from after hours, but yesterday and anyway, in market. Just don't have a lot of charting there to hold you up, really. The only thing I'd be worried about, like I was telling traders in chat, would be this 520, this little mark right there. Otherwise, she's down into the 523 area probably, possibly. So that's what we were looking for on Meta because it just hasn't been under 527 in the last few days, which opens up that charting for you to get clean cut moves typically. That's what I'm looking for and why I trade what I trade or what I alert to you guys in pre-market, or I'll, of course in the morning alerts, what I liked, and Meta wasn't the one I gave a chef kiss for the day, was that reason and that move under 527. I don't want to take it now because the only thing I see on Meta would be this right here. I don't know if you guys can see what this is, what I would have had in, and that big old bear flag essentially that was forming. I like that, but then that means the short came from the trend line crack up at 29. So I've already missed $2.50 fucking cent. I can't take that. That's why I don't, again, because that would have been then the trade really that we should have been taking. And for whatever good reason, now you're actually getting a pretty solid setup and move in one typical direction. You've gotten $3 out of that trend line crack. You're not getting that with a lot of other tickers. I'm not really looking across the board right now, across every damn or large cap play. We are getting pullbacks, but Apple's getting a little bit of a pullback. I think AMD now with more of that trend line crack that I talked about now working out more. So everything is now starting to get a sell-off. Gotta love this when this starts happening together. I'm like, I swear. And some plays are moving more than others. Some plays aren't nearly moving as much. I should say, Tesla's only down from 255.50 to 254. So Tesla in this quick little last 6 minutes is only down, so some plays are moving more than others, and this is one of the bigger movers. Fuck you, Meta. So it's like, I don't take the lunch trade, works out like a charm. If I take that lunch trade tomorrow, reverses at 527, and then it's red. Hey, I'll let this go by every day. Every day I'm going to let that go by. Don't give three shits about it. Nothing in small caps. I don't see anything popping up on the scanners. OST is going to be your main one, and MURA. These are going to be your top two. MURA, and that's definitely the top two. Large cap plays across the board getting sell off right now. So large cap plays across the board. Here comes your we're all moving together sell off. So everything is selling off right now across the board from Tesla, AMD, Apple, you name it. It's all getting the pullback right now. Yeah, OSC is going to be your one. Definitely, like I said, that and your, I think either one of those plays have a really good shot to pop and roll for the rest of the day. Float on both of those, or OSC, that's what I thought was a smaller one, that 1 mil. Mirror in that 13 mil, running truly like a 13 mil in stock. 13 mil, not surprised. 1 mil for OST. Fucking meta's ass. Not surprised because SPY's getting the sell-off here, so that's helping this trend line crack off even more. It's all about the trend line crack, though, team. All about that trend line crack. That was the better trade. That was what you would have been looking for. But regardless, across the board, the shorts are working right now. Pullback, I don't see any news. I don't know if there's a reason for this. More pullback here from the market. So this is just all running together right now, team. So we have SPY coming down even more, Tesla, AMD, any of the stocks I'm looking at. I need to find a place to put back burnerness, JNVR, and Bull. I'm just going to put that right here for now so I don't forget it because I'm tired of watching them for no reason. Okay, now I don't have to watch those slow plays that aren't going to do anything here. All right, we'll go put like some NVIDIA on the board right now. Nice, good pullback. I got Tesla over here, AMD, Apple, all getting pretty nice pullbacks right now. Of course, SPY, 525, now 524.50 there. It's kind of starting to find a little bit of a bottom, a little bit. It seems like maybe here across the board. SPY right down to the almost low of day, right at that lower VWAP band. Shit is a mess. RYET spooky trade. Oh yeah, we've had a lot of those recently, Tommy G. A lot of spooky trades. You'd think it is Halloween. Elise, he's still looking at. I appreciate it, Elise, about Groot. Yes, my boy. Well, I'm glad I've been through all I've been through. You know, Deuce I had 10 plus years ago, and he had AFib, and then Bella with osteosarcoma, and then Ava had Ken. Anyway, it's just been one thing after the other with some of the dogs that we've had. So I'm just more and more now keen to these things, and of course love my animals so much and want to take care of them the best way I can. But I'm glad he's fighting for me. The fact that he's been through all that he's been through. That's all like 3 different lifetimes for 3 different dogs. You know, one dog might get osteosarcoma, one dog might get in their lifetime. He's gotten all 3 in 7 months. It's crazy. And still a ticking. This shows you how strong he is, but how strong Great Danes are. They love their owners. SPY looks like it's kind of finding a bottom, but boy, oh boy, Meta looks like it really wants to find my 523.50 area that I was talking about in the morning alerts. I forgot where I said this could go to. And again, I would never tell you guys to take that trade. The only thing I would have, at least a 527 low of day crack, because I would have gone back and said, guys, you should have been on the trend line crack. That now getting in on a short, I mean, you could, but I feel like I'm chasing. If it works, it works. And it did work, but I would never take that setup. Because I would have said, well, I should have taken the trend line crack. I missed it. I wasn't looking for it. And then you get this one time in the lunch that you get to sell off. Like my point being, let's go to yesterday at lunch. From 11 to, look at this. Look at this chart yesterday at lunch on the SPY. Let's look at yesterday at lunch from 11. Wow, the one day we got, I'm like, that's fine. If that's going to happen once in a blue moon at lunch, let it happen. Exactly, yeah, for sure. The only thing that was nice was the trend line crack. That was nice. That ended up when I kind of finally noticed it. But I wouldn't trade that trend line crack most times. This not this point of the day. Never would you see me trade at lunch. I'll let that. I mean, how many stocks like OST's gone from? I could be like, oh, this plays up at 200%. I bet contracts didn't even run 200%. They may have, right? There's a 200% trade. I could do the whole, I didn't I fucking, yeah, not gonna be me as a trader. I find what I like, and when she's there, I trade it. I laugh when I see stuff like this at lunch. I'm like, yeah, of course you sell off now. Like, fucking stupid. Well, I don't like large caps recently anymore. Yeah, it was. I wasn't looking at the trend line either. I just noticed it afterwards. Like, how did I not see that trend line? Now, that trend line, if it was at a different spot and earlier in the day, like say, yeah, that's fine if it was running. So it's a 2-hour long trend line. So say if it was running from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock and it was running from here to here, so it's right at the VWAP. And we don't have all this chop to it. Where we have boom, bam, and then it's almost like this is the inverse of this. You see what I'm seeing? Right? Like, whoop, whoop, whoop. And then we just don't... This ends up building into a nice wedge. I will say that. But what I shorted at lunch, no. It just ain't going to happen. And before I saw that, I do not... Low here, low there, low here. You have it here. No, what I tell you to short 527. Hell no. Not with that ugly ass shit behind it. But the trend line is pretty. Trend line's pretty. And it worked out. And that's where you just have to go through and say, wow, that one worked out. Great. Good for those. And a lot of it, too, the SPY cracking. SPY cracking and everything going with it. But that's why I'm like, I just have to let those trades go. So Kevin in the house, I got the 50K account on Trade the Pool, and I wanted to ask you how many shares you used. Let's see, 1 to 3K. 1 to 3K, 1 to 3K, 1 to 3K, 1 to 3K. But definitely don't go too big, or don't try to average the size in or any of that kind of shit. Just go with your normal trade, whatever you feel like is comfortable. I mean, but go smaller for sure at first, but I'd do 1 to 3K, anywhere between there. But keep it simple at first. Don't go too big. Don't go too big at all. Go 500 shares, go 1,000 shares, 1,500, 2,000, somewhere in that range. Somewhere in that range. OSD still going. What a weird high of day. 271.9. Like, how does that happen on a $2 play? How do you split and divvy up less than a cent? Like, how is there less than what? How does that even happen? How do you pay someone out 0.7199 cents? You just round out, round down. What do you do there? I mean, you go to 72, you give them 71. The hell? Now we're bouncing back on up here. Everything pushing back to the top side now. Big reversal down. Here comes move back up. I swear if these plays go right back to where they came from, I'll laugh. like okay, who's trading these up and down like this? All right, I wish I would know. I'm like, hey, okay, everyone's short because then we're gonna, as soon as we see green, let's get out. We're gonna take it right back up to where we came from. That's been their plan every day. I will say if Mura cracks this 320 or 233 or whatever you want to call that lower shadow, it's 234 on the dot. That's the actual number. If that cracks, I doubt that MURA comes back up for the day. And if she does, it won't be to a new high. That is going to be high of day. Good boy, Groot. Good boy, son. You got it, Kev. You got it, Kev. Yeah, just go smaller at first. You know, just slowly build it up. Don't try to, you know that money is going to come down the line regardless, and just try to slowly build the account up. OST, I said, what is a 330, 350 area? 330 to 370. 330 to 370. Nadia, lower VWAP band. So yeah, Nadia, I said this earlier, you may have missed my lobby. I talked about this in all the lobbies, Dex lobby, J-Trades lobby. We are trapped. This play is trapped. It's not going to be going anywhere. Just that lower VWAP band has got the play stuck. That was it right there. That low of day, you know, that lower band somewhere in this area, that lower deviation. I feel this play is going to be stuck in the band. So he finally did have a decent move there out of nowhere. Now, Meta's was a little more announced, as we talked about, was you could see the trend line crack on down. We talked about that, of course, and it's pretty extensively now. But that low of day area was it. That low of day, lower VWAP band. 305, take it to the house, baby. Groot, what are you doing, Bubba? Such a goober. Big bounce from Apple. Man, Apple already back up over $1 plus on its move down, then back on up here. Meta's not the, I swear, watch Meta be the one. This is kind of like that. I love that ironic. How funny is it? Where I'm like, I wouldn't. And watch, this play is the only one that looks like it wants to go down to new low of day and go for more. This play looks like it wants to go for more. AMD does kind of as well. And look, here it goes. It looks like it wants to go to the other. There's 20. There's your 2350. I love it. That's some good stuff. Yeah, okay. It's like, and that's what it does to traders, because now what do? You go, oh, you think, okay, well, you know, so tomorrow is my point. You go for a trade at lunch and it bites you in the ass. You find a setup, it looks like that. It could be a different ticker. You trade it, you lose. And you go, what? I'm telling you, it's like a devil luring you in. Luring you in. Okay, I'm going to do it anyway, even though I said I wouldn't. Stop. 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 Chill. Chill. Here you go. You are more than comfy right here. Here you go. Shut that damn window. Shut that damn window. I swear, if she cracks 2350, she's going down. Now, she is going to start getting into some territory where, in my opinion, where that bounce could be happening. It's about crack down, really, in my opinion. But this is that mark I was looking to get into earlier today. She might see a little bit lower, maybe to 2250. A little bit lower here on Meta. It does seem like it wants to go down. Yeah, there she already is going for more. Oh my, that is just good sauce. OST, like I said, 330 to 370 range seems like a target and a magnet for this play as we squeeze on up. All these upper shadows somewhere through here just seems like it is a target for OST. Oh, Meta, you son of a horse. You son of a horse mouth. Damn it. I know, dog. It's just one of those ones you gotta just laugh it off. It's like, what? You asshole. Because look, all the other plays aren't doing that shit. The one play I get asked about twice. Hey, I like it. It's funny. It's just like a smack in the face. Just like a smack in the face. Yeah, just go down to like 510. Go all the way down to my ultimate low of day, whatever the hell that was. Which we're not even close to my normal low of day. Oh no, what was 518 was my normal low of day, wasn't it? 518 was my normal low of day, if I'm not mistaken. OST 299, new high of day, right? Looking to get to that squeeze. Like I said, 330 seems to be a target. If it does get over that, watch for a little bit, maybe more into the 350, 60, 70 area. And if you are looking for a short, that would be your one spot you'd be looking for, kind of averaging in up top. There's your 2250. I've had a feeling it looked like I just want to get down to. Yeah, piece of shit. Yeah, 518. That's what I thought. Yeah, watch it do it all through lunch. We do it like in 45 minutes to an hour over lunch. Just straight down $10 to 518. And I'm like, yeah, let's just not take that, guys. I don't like it. Don't do it. Look at all the other plays. They're not doing this. It's like the one play. That is awesome. It's like yesterday with the cop. Pass him once. Anyway, and then getting pulled over by him. That's life. Life in a nutshell for you. Friggin' love it. Oh, guys, I got my ass this morning, so I'm done with meditation. Oh, got your ass. Oh, got you. You're good. Yeah. Yeah, when it popped up at the opening bell, I left it alone. So once I saw that, I left it alone. I did watch it when it came down. I was like, please bounce off of it, and then maybe come back down in the next 20. And then once 10 o'clock came and it was still up here, I was done for the morning. I was out of a one-on-one. I was like, I'm done. I'm done looking at meta. And then, of course, yeah, then it gets this trend line, which it's not like it's great. It's a nice flag overall. The flag's really pretty. It's just one of those things at lunch, would I take it? No. And then look at the volume burst truly pick up right through here. And you get a fucking... From the trend line cracks, we have to mention it. You almost get $8. You get $6, $7 minimum. Of course, would you've held for all of it? But still, from the 527, you get 5, right? That's crazy. Would never have ever said... Yeah, no. Nada. Now, maybe one thing if the SPY was all the way down to 537 or whatever, and I'm like, okay, well, SPY really fell off, so it makes sense. This is just goes back to where I, which again doesn't work every time, obviously at lunch I take it, but this goes back to what I'm talking about with levels. Why I find what I find, that 527 mark mentioned all the way in pre-market truly working out right now. I hear you, tick tick. It's like I have brother and sister. I know you. You meow though. Lily doesn't meow. She just wants to come lay with me like you do, but she doesn't meow her face off at me. Groot, I really am thinking about not letting you come in here anymore, man. Honestly, it really gets on my nerves because you just keep moving around, and you stress yourself out, buddy. You on the couch don't do that. You get on the couch, you just pass out. He is a dork. Do not, ma'am. Sorry, I am worn down in patience and everything. Sorry, guys. Your daddy's been through it the last 7 months. I'm telling you and that'll be about it. I'm telling you, OST's probably got not much left in the gas after that 330, 370 area. And that could be then where maybe possibly Mura gets the mob back from OST and can maybe start taking back off again. Meta. Down to 2160. What? I'm telling you. And that looks like it's starting to slowly with these lower shadows right here. That reversal seems like it's coming in possibly soon. And that short is about done with. Nope, still going down for more. Jeez, how is this even happening? Like, oh, that's nutso. Nothing popping up in small caps. OST is your only mover. The only thing I'm telling you, we're on it for small caps for the rest of the day. Meta still going down, you asshole. This is how funny is this? This is really like. Yowza. Son of a bitch. Cannot even believe it. It's probably going to 518 in my normal low of the day at this point now. How does this end? Now Spy's getting a little bit more movement down. Nothing crazy though. Nothing dramatic. You know, the more dramatic one of the two are going to be Meta. Or any, I say of the two of any ticker running right now. I don't see anything cracking like it's cracking. Please let this be a lesson learned, team. As you can see, it's gonna happen day in, day out. Where you think, no, and then you don't chase though. See that this stuff happens. Where I liked it, but I don't really too much anymore. Or even if you did see the trend line, I'd have said, you know, if we would have caught that early enough, I would have said, well, I'd take the trend line crack, but I'd take it down to low of day. Because then I still would have said I doubt low. I would have not have foreseen this. Is my point. I know. I didn't. I didn't think it was going to happen. I know. What do you know? Yeah, it happened. Nasty sauce there. Mirror cracks and goes through. There you go. Okay, Detmar. Well, it could. I'm just letting you know the chances of what could happen here. You know, what I've seen in the previousness. Yeah, there your mentality. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. It's just good to sit back and watch plays. You don't have to trade every single trade. You just don't have. You just sit back and go, oh, damn, wow. Okay, well, that one worked out. Nice to see. And that's why I had it up and kept it up, because I did want to see if we would keep cracking on down. kiddo. Groot's doing good. Back to can't get comfortable in his bed over here. I missed yesterday when he was all drugged up and just passed the shit out, and he was just out. Didn't even move. He's fine though. Got his tooth removed. Well, two obviously, but he had the growth melanoma removed. Had the tooth removed. He's a beast. Strongest dog for sure I've ever known of. 100%. Nah, just crazy, but he's doing good. Ate his food. Had his lunch earlier. My son is doing good. Doing normal. Hungry. Really? Got to get out and go to the bank here between my one-on-ones. Probably stop the live stream like maybe a couple minutes early, but we'll see if Whataburger has a... Because right across the street from the bank that we go to, we have Whataburger now. May have to stop into Whataburger and get a couple of cheeseburgers for him. See if... hopefully there's not a line. If there's no line, I'll get him a couple cheeseburgers. Oh, Google, you want a couple cheeseburgers? But doing good. I just wish he'd get... I don't know how. He just can't get comfortable in this dang bed over here. And every time he seems to get comfortable, or what looks to appear to be comfortable, he then... nah, not good. Like, well, just sit still. And just as... Just every kid. That's the only thing. He just cannot get comfortable sometimes back here, and I don't know why. Not that it's anything bad. I don't know. It's just because it's like, bro, let me show you all your siblings that just could be like lay upside down and passed out. He's goofy, but he's doing good though. For everything he's been through, he's doing good. All right, bounce plays on OST. OST bounce plays. I would be looking at 250. 250 right off this old area. Nice whole round number. Safer area down back into the trend line in 235. But anywhere in that area is going to be your bounce. Anything lower, I would be very careful. Trend line to VWAP crack is going to be very, very, very high watch once we get to that level and that time, which I'm sure we will at some point today. May not be at lunch, could be beforehand, or I should say it could be later on. Meta definitely seems like it's on its way down to 518, which is my normal low of day here. So Meta, beautiful trend line crack here over lunch. Absolutely gorgeous trend line crack. Molly, how you doing? I'm doing amazing today, Molly. That is for sure. Doing much better than yesterday. Had the stress sweats yesterday. My armpits were just swamped. But anyway, man, today I am on. We're doing great today. What's up, Greg? How you doing? Oh, man. Spy, I'm telling you. Spy looking like it's heading down to my normal low of day of 518. Spy looking like it's heading down to 518. I mean, Meta. Meta. Margot and all the noises she makes is ridiculous. Funny how literally all the different animals have they do. Every dog has a different personality in this house. Every one of them has a different personality. Molly, how's the baby been too, by the way? I didn't think about that. I'm sure fine. But how's the baby been since the newborn? And all the other kiddos, hopefully they're doing good. And who since you have so many kids, do they end up helping with the other kids, and babies? Do they change diapers? Do they do any of that kind of stuff for you? Or is it all you? Do you have to do that? Who's... do you get any help since you've got a house full of just got 80 people in there? We getting some help? Gee, Telltale, that's funny. The oldest are? It's one of those days. Well, Molly, just one of those days. I understand it. We have those. Mura dead. I'd watch for MURA to pop in the next, I'd say hour and a half, right around power hour. It's probably going to just sit sideways until then. Still going to be on high watch for a pop later unless it cracks this little lower shadow right there. If it cracks that lower shadow, you can kind of wave it off and wave goodbye. OST then really will start to take mob overall for small cap plays and what will be left for volume and mob shifting for the rest of the day. No more mob shifting. They probably stick and stay over on OST. And especially, again, holding the trend of the VWAP. If it does that, this play is going to be on super duper high watch for the move into power hour and the closing bell. So that is the one thing we are getting here at lunch play. It's a little choppier on the large. Some of the other large cap plays, very smooth for the one play that I was asked about, and it's hilarious now just to see the smooth move on down. But meta was your one clean, smooth move at lunch. Absolutely gorgeous. Would I have ever said that? Going back to right there and seeing a play as flat as can be? No. Even the trend line crack? No. Would have said it would have come down there and bounced. It didn't. Even SPY hasn't had that big of a crack to make me think meta should be where it's at, but that's kind of the stock gods laughing at you in your face, saying, ha 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 ha. Gotcha, Molly. Oh, Molly. Heck, girl, I'd be letting them. Wearing yourself out and be like, yo, who's doing diapers today? Who's feeding her tomorrow? I'm like, you guys better get ready. Introducing you to the real world right now. Come on, you listen. You don't want your kids to, you got 8 kids. That means the chances of one of your kids having a kid really early on, maybe like 16 and pregnant, has skyrocketed because you have now 8 kids. I'd be letting them change diapers and just be like, hell no, I never want to do. I don't want this. Nope. Hell nah. You let them know right away. This is what here, real world. Here's what you got to do. Yeah, you see this pile of laundry I just did? Yeah, you want to do that? Huh? Yeah, your turn. No, I'm sleeping. I'm going back to bed. You go take care of the newborn. No, it's your turn. My 5-year-old won a pageant last fall, and they asked where she wanted to be when she grew up. She said, be mommy. Oh, man, Molly. Oh, man. Oh, Molly. Setting goals, and I don't know if they're good goals, Molly. Because they may not get a good husband like your husband. It's like everything's got to work out perfectly to be just a good mom. Like, listen, everything's got to work out just right. You get a bad dad, you get a bad husband. Listen, there are some asshole guys out there. Some real bad douchers. Oh, man. So that's what I feel. I just got to watch out for that pretty girl, that baby girl. Don't let her get her heart broke. All she wants to be is a damn mom. Next thing you know, she's a single mom in a van down by the river. You wouldn't let her have that happen. You'd be like, I ain't letting you live in a van down by the river. Get your ass, come on home. You gonna live with me for now. We'll get it figured out. Don't worry, girl. I'll have a 45. Yeah, right, Molly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because there are some douchebag dudes out there. There are some asshole guys out there for sure. I've seen it. I feel bad for those girls for sure. I'm in Arkansas. There's a lot of girls that I went to high school with that don't have that the baby daddy ain't around no more. And we're talking, this was like right out of college, or whatever. Could have been even in high school. I can't remember half of all that, you know what I mean? But it's just, you're like, no, man. Because then for them, a lot of them, they feel like they're stuck, right? They can't really do anything, and their life is like, I can't live my life. I won't be able to, fulfill my dreams. And that's not the case, but they feel that. And so when you start having that in your mindset, that's what you live and become. That you can't do that. That you can't create the time because you're telling yourself that. And so that's what happens. It's like you just build this bad mental state of mind. Molly's like, yeah, there we go. Yes, yeah, true. Yeah, they're all told they can go to. There we go. They can't go to college. Oh, what? They all told they can't go to college, Molly? What? You gotta let them go to college. You gotta let them go to college. You gotta let them go to college. That was where. I'm just kidding. College. The only thing about college was just the fun. That's the only thing about college. College is nothing to me. College is a waste of time. It's a waste of money. It's really, unless you're going for a certain thing. There are certain things that you need to go to college for, or school for, to learn. 100%, but not everything. Not everything, you know. But and if anything, they need to have more vocational type schools for that, like broadcast, like what I went to school for, broadcast journalism. That shouldn't take no 4 years. I shouldn't have to take no 2 years of core classes. I got to take all these hours, comp 1, comp 2, history this, history that. Why? I don't want anything to do with history. I'm not going to school to be a history professor or to learn what happened. If I go get a damn book if I want to learn about history. I don't want to get a book. I came here to be a broadcast journalism dude. I want to talk on the radio, on the TV. That's what you're training me to do. Not training me about history. Comp 1, Comp 2 about English. I'll get that in my journalism, right? Hello, I'm going to school for broadcast journalism. Asshole. Margo, lay down because I have to talk louder when you're old. Margo, lay. Lay. And my neck's broke, so I can't really turn around and look at all you guys. Lay. Margo, are you going to bed? You want to go to bed? Go, lay down. No, you go to bed. See, I was told when I was pregnant not to go. There we go. I finished my 2nd degree with. There you go. Oh, exactly, Molly, for sure. Yep, you got to. That's just what sucks though with a lot of those single moms. They don't ever have that. You know, they lose it right away. They're all like, burr, burr, life's over. You know, like dang it. No, not really. But that's what happens. They're mental state, and then they're just done. Then they are just done. Probably need to go get his meds too to see if those are filled, because I can tell his. When did I call those in? Because he hadn't had meds since yesterday. Margo, my patience is so thin. Lay down, Margo. Lay down. No, you were fine. Sorry, guys, my patience. Like, not much sleep this week. It's like, I'm so glad I'll have Thursday afternoon. The Thursday, of course, because it's our Friday, but then we're off Friday anyway. I'm like, oh, I need this break. I am so ready for this weekend. You're getting on my nerves, honey. You are. You are that one girl. You're going through your terrible twos as a Great Dane. It's like, just chill. And then she throws her fits. It's like having kids. Truly, obviously, as I said, this is way too much. Yep, there's your level in OST. Bammy, whammy, clickety clammies. There you guys go, though. Boom. There's your 330, 370 mark that we talked about earlier. I felt like it was a magnet for that area. Now, if it does go any higher, your next level's up. Over this 370 mark, watch for a pop to 4. Over 4, watch for a pop up to this 440-ish or so mark. 440 would be next. 440 will be next. Margo. 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 I'm sorry, honey. I don't have patience. When I say listen to me, I say listen. That is my biggest pet peeve. And that's why I don't want to have kids. Honestly. Kids don't listen. Some, I guess, and maybe mine would. I can't stand when they don't listen. I am talking to you. Like, I feed you. I pick your shit up. I do everything for you. All I'm asking right now is to just listen to me. And stop licking. My man, Molly, more love to you. Trust me. That's why I'm like, people with all the kids, I'm like, I don't know how y'all do it. I just don't know. unless my kid listened, like, and listen, I'm talking. Do you hear what I'm saying? Oh, that's like one of my biggest pet peeves ever. Like even with Avery, she'll be on her phone. I'm talking to her, and like, give me something serious. I'm like, oh my God, get off your phone. You're not even listening. She said, Groot has been, oh man, I've already been yelling. I've already been telling, listen, I'm like, Margot, listen, I don't care. And I tell her that. I'm like, I don't care. Like, because I'll be laying there like Saturday with him, and she'll come get, I'm like, leave me alone. I am sorry. This is my son right now. I love you, but no one is taking precedent over Groot. It's not even close, unfortunately, Margot. I am sorry. You will have many, and I know, I've had you. A lot of you. You're good. I'll see you in 4 years from right now. I won't have Groot in 4 years, Margot. I won't. I am cherishing every moment I have. We will have many moments together once he is done, I promise. But yeah, I'm literally like, sorry. He is top dog. It's not even close. I've dropped $20K on the damn motherfucker. $20K. Oh, you better believe I'll be getting insurance on Great Danes from now on moving forward when they turn about 4. $20,000 I've spent on Groot now. It was $3,000 yesterday. $3K yesterday. $3K. Ain't no dog taking no precedent over Groot. Ain't even close. I've bought a car, essentially, so far with Groot. Oh yeah, Molly, I know. I was a good, but yeah, it's just like, oh man, because the dogs do that. They're like kids where they always listen, but when they don't, and I'm like this, then you get like a day where you're finally like short-tempered, right? And you just don't have a lot of patience just because a lot of stuff's been going on in life. So you're just, even like me, who usually is very, kind of keep my, and I'm cool. And I'm like, I'm Josh, you're fine. And you just finally have like, no, here he comes 20 minutes in. Look, Petey, go lay down. Petey, like this kind of stuff. Petey, go. I know. It trends. It's ridiculous. Every day, the same time frame. OST, man, what a mover. Maybe I'm going to be wrong. I was going to say 370 is going to be it. Maybe we do get up to this 430, 440 area. Over that, then watch for a spike up to 490. 490 to $5. So that's it. So we have 4 next, which we're still not there yet. Over 4 to 430 to 440. And over that, then we have room to the $5 mark. OST, what a beast she is. She does look like she wants to get... I was going to say, she looks like she wants to take it to 4. She looks like she wants 4. Is there a reason you didn't go long on OSC? You seem pretty sure on it. Oh, it's just like, kind of like meta, just plays this time of the day, Tommy. Like, and I've said that when I get further down the line, and I've been doing this, and it's like literally, truly, I don't, whenever it finally happens, but like say 3, 4, 5 years from now, I will be taking those trades every time. I will slowly start working into them where I am like today, where I feel certain it's going to happen, and I'll go in like 100 shares. I've been doing that already here and there with certain plays and just going in small recently. So it'll just be the matter of me doing that more and more and more to where I'm like, yep, that was right. And then I'll just get in bigger and bigger and bigger to where I'll take it every single time in like a normal share size, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 shares. I just don't trade at lunch. I don't like, going long on a breakout play. Usually, typically, it's up 400%, or 300, whatever it was. So I just don't trade it. Yeah, am I right about what's going to get to 330, 370? Just has that as a magnet written all over it. And so whenever I was alerting that, when did I alert that? At 12:06. So at 12:06, I alerted that. So it's at 1270 or 270, we'll call it. Yeah. Here, sometime down the future, as I'm already doing it now, I'm going to do it more. I'm going to go on 100 shares. Fuck 100 shares. It'd have to crash all the way down to 170 for me to even lose $100. Whatever. I doubt it happens. Let's give it a chance up to 370. See if I can make 100. Right? And do that over, an extended period of time more often and more often. And the more I do it, and obviously I'm right over and over and over, then you just start trading that. But that's just not what I trade. It's just not. The reason why, I don't, me. I mean, most times at lunch, I'm not trading to play up this much breakout plays. It's just gonna be one of those things down the line where I'm like, yep, I'm right. Watch. Oh damn, like like I've called out traders in chat that I've seen in the past and that are that good that do that, that just read the chart and say kind of like on meta. Where earlier where I was like, all right guys, this is where I was saying, man, this is gonna hit 523.50. And then it looks like it's going to go to new low, and then you just get in just because you read the chart and you can see the sell off and the buying, the buy versus the selling volume and whatever, and you can just read the chart that quickly, that fluid. Not just say here's a trend line, here's a line of support or resistance, watch for it to break. No. You can get that far into a depth of a trade where you're just looking at candle and momentum, and oh well, I can see where this is at. I'm just getting in with the momentum down to the next level, or in your case, what you asked about OST. Just ride momentum up to the next level, if that makes sense, bub. That's kind of what you're doing in that. Reading the chart, but then feel the momentum and just jump in. It's like seeing a running river and you just jump in and you go down to the, I want to jump. You just jump in. You just get in that water, your raft, your tube, whatever you want to call it. Head on down to the next joint. Lately, I listen to iHeartRadio. I listen to iHeartRadio when I'm like mowing or washing the vehicles. And for whatever reason, iHeartRadio has been putting in old Mentos commercials. And you could tell too because the audio quality is like old. Man, I love those old Mentos commercials. Those were the shit. Let's see if I can find one right here. Here we go. Oh God, these were the jam. Y'all ready? Here we go. There we go. Let's go here. This is literally what I've been listening to. Like, you'll hear like brand new commercial, and then you'll hear that static, and you can tell it's from like the 90s. Do you make it fresh, stay cool? Full of life. Mentos fresher. Mentos fresher, full of life.
Mentos,
the fresh maker. Oh man, those were just the jams back in the day. Army Reserve, be all you can be. That's the other. I remember those commercials. Staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Fresh goes better. Mentos fresh goes better. With Mentos fresh and full of life.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
The fresh maker. Hey, how you doing? My name's the Mentos fresh maker. Let's watch one more with a girl. Here we go. Oh, watch out, watch out. Oh, whoa. Hey, my car. Oh, I got time. I gotta go. Sorry. Oh, I bet if I had a Mentos, everything would get better really quickly. Superpower Mentos! Staying fresh, staying cool. Oh, get it, big boys. Did all those guys get Mentos?
Mentos,
the fresh maker. Mentos, the fresh maker. He sounds kind of like he's like Machete's brother almost, Mentos.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
The fresh maker. My name is Mentos. That was the good old days right there. Those were the good old days. Huh, Groot? Finally got a little comfortable over there. Do-ah. Gregory, one more. One more. Those are good, aren't they? They're fun. They get you going, We'll go one more. Let's see if I find one that looks a little better. Oh yeah, this one's great right here. This remix, this one's actually the best. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Hey, watch out! To you, staying fresh, staying cool. What? Hey! Hey! Whoa! That's a good one right there. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-ba. That's, hey, I'll end it with a classic right there. Jean-Claude Van Damme. You know he knows what he's doing. What are you doing? Man, don't even get me in a good mood watching those. You know, I was a little stressed out, you know what, forget it. Forget having no patience. Back to patience. You know what, fuck it. Give me a Mentos. Hey, someone, Mentos me. I loved it. It's like, that's what like the point of those commercials were. It's like someone was going through a stressful situation and they pop a Mentos in and next thing you know, everything's fucking great. They're like, you know what? Life was really shitty about 10 minutes ago, but guess what? You pop a Mentos in, life turns to heaven. Poor kid. I know you're thirsty. No, you're good. I know you're thirsty. Good boy. Such a good boy. Staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Mentos, Mentos, where did his towel go? Mentos, Mentos, freshness, Mentos, fun. Yeah, sing it, Margot. It's the best song ever. Do 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 I. Good boy, getting all that water. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. All right, do you do TikTok doing reaction vids like that? Would really probably no. I probably should, Tommy. Will you stop? I don't. But will you stop? I need to figure out how to do those. Do that kind of stuff, Tommy. I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to figure out, but yeah. Or doing like movie review, or like any of that kind of stuff. Like the shit I just do for you guys when I'm just bored, essentially. Where I bitch about something that I see and I'm like, what is this? Good boy, Goo Goo. Mentos fresh and full of life. You know, we could do Mentos commercials one day. What was the other one that was really... And there was another one in the 90s that had like really goofy commercials too. I can't remember what they were anymore. God, I know there had been another one that was like that. Mentos were good though. Mentos was pretty classic. Those were the ones that were always you could count on to be like, what are we doing here? But I do TikTok. Yeah. I mean, I don't really do it. I mean, it's no. I'm on TikTok, but I don't really do anything on TikTok. OST by far has your mob. Does seem like that $5 area is going to be written all over it again. Next level up, it's going to be $440, then over that to $5. So $440 and $5 are your next main targets for OST. $440 and $5 are your next two main targets. Any last questions you guys have? I do need to go. I have to head to the bank. And I also need to pick up Groot's meds. So I need to do two different things here before I head to my one-on-ones because the bank actually closes here at 4, the one that we use, which fucking sucks. I'm like, no offense, I love the bank, but I'm also like, how do you close at 4? 4 o'clock. 4. That's before people even get off work. Like, what is that? Oh, anyway. It's all good. So I have to run to the bank because I have back-to-back one-on-ones this afternoon, and then I won't have the time to get to the bank. So I need to run by, get Groot's meds at the pharmacy, which is really cool. I could just pick them up at the Walmart pharmacy, and then I have to go to the bank. Tay, for what? Oh, you know what it's exactly what it's for, Tay. Yeah. Fucking taxes. And not funny with my laughs. I make all this money on my own. Why do I have to give you money, Uncle Sam, government? Why do you deserve money? No offense, IRS. Why do you get my money? I made it. It's my money. I need it now. Assholes, take my money from me. I earned it. I said what to, you didn't tell me what to invest in. You know, I'd come to you and say, hey, cool, I know I got a normal hourly job and it comes with this, and you tax me. Okay, I get it. How you gonna tax? This is my own job. It's my own work. I made the decision to do this. I make my own rules. You gonna tax me for it too? Assholes. Yeah, I tell you. You probably know exactly why I got to get to the bank. Especially today. And before they close at 4. I love that Mr. Bean, though. I think I remember that episode. Loved it because it was on PBS. My brother used to watch it. My brother would always turn that on for me back in the 90s, and I loved Mr. Bean. Loved Mr. Bean. Didn't like all those other British shows that came on afterward. I forgot what they were called, like something Heights, or I don't remember what they were called, but didn't find those guys funny, but Mr. Bean was my dude. Love Mr. Bean. All right, guys, I'm going to let the pack out real quickly, and then I got to run to the bank and get Groot's meds. I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Tomorrow is Hump Day. It's Wednesday, which means we only have 2 days left because Good Friday, we are off. This Friday, off for Good Friday. Easter is Sunday. We observe that Easter and have a day off on Good Friday. So, Lost Boys, Lost Girls. Now all the dogs from out there to in here are barking. MURA is on watch. Unless MURA cracks that lower shadow, it's still on watch. Hey! What you doing out there, huh? Hey! I'm not gonna give you no meatball sandwich! Neville's deaf. He'll keep barking. If it holds 230, this play is still on watch for spiking in power hour and the closing bell to make not only, a high in market possibly, but of course in after hours and continue to go for new highs. Same thing here for OST. Watch OST for that squeeze for power hour and the closing bell. Although my opinion now would be if this play stays up, it might steal the mob. Mura might steal the mob back away from OST. Why? Because this plays up 400%. Maybe with one spike left in it. That's way up here. Traders would rather have a play of 150% and then get it to 300 or 400%, and this one starts to get a little sketchy. So maybe possibly watch for a mob shift and this play to kind of level off and maybe come back down after one more spike and then after hours, and watch for this one to get running if it can hold that 230 mark. Large cap plays, I would watch for one more crack back down to new lows. And then maybe in power hours, but in power hour in the last 20, 30 minutes, watch for a green move back up. Red until then, green the last 20, 30 minutes. All right, you got it? Oh, yeah, get plenty of love. I'm going to probably get him if I have time, I'm going to stop by and get him a hamburger, cheeseburger. And if I don't, when I get his meds, because I have to go in to get his meds. I hate doing the drive-thru at Walmart. I'd rather just walk in. It's right there. I'll probably get one of those little, they always have the, like little a la carte things at Walmart. I'll get them like a little hot dog, little Nathan's all beef hot dog. Again, thank you for all the love for Groot. 2 different kinds of cancers. He had osteosarcoma last August, had a limb removed. Spontaneous pneumothorax in December. Now he has melanoma in the mouth. 2 different cancers and and spontaneous pneumothorax in a 7-month period. This dude is an absolute beast of a beast, and I can't thank you guys enough, and I don't think I'd be here without all your love and your thoughts and your prayers. Because all that positive thought I know he felt, and he got through it, and I can't thank you guys enough that he's been through, and it's like the vet yesterday, like he is a miracle dog. Natrick, thank you for the love too, boss. All you guys, Tay, Trevor, Molly, love you, each and every one of you, and of course from earlier in chat, Greg, Tommy, CR Trader, everyone from earlier in the day. See you guys back here in the morning. Look for my alerts just like today, about an hour or so before the opening bell, starting with small caps, moving over to large caps. See you guys back here tomorrow. Oh, you know it, CR Trader. Whoa! It's my whoa. I mean, what a name too. I just love that everyone's not only knows him for the, everyone knows about Groot. Oh, your Groot's out. I mean, like he is pretty iconic now, and I love it. Especially everything he's been through. He is my soldier, and I love it. Danes are super strong dogs, though. Super strong dogs. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Peace! Bangaroo!